I was doing a little bit of playing around in my sketchbook, and I made something that I think if I modify it and paint it a little bit bigger, it's going to be absolutely stunning. So we're going to try it out together. You're just going to need two main colors of watercolor and then some sort of metallic. You could use metallic watercolor or a metallic pen. I'm so excited about this one. I'm even getting out the nice paper. Grab your watercolors and give them a spritz. Then add a little water to one of the wells, and we're going to mix up a nice bright golden color. Depending on your size of paper, you're going to want to mix up a decent amount of this because we're going to cover the entire thing. Once the whole page is covered in yellow, we need to let it dry or make it dry. And then once it's dry, I'm actually gonna grab a pencil and I'm gonna do some very light sketching of 3 different kind of upside down umbrella shapes. This piece is very loosely inspired by California poppies. So I wanna go for that very warm golden color scheme, but also the simplicity of their little cup shapes. Then I'm going to take whatever remaining color I have, add some more water, because again, we're going to be painting most of the background. Not quite as much, but most of it. And I'm going to modify this color to be a lovely golden orange color. Something a little like this. We're kind of treating this like a reverse or negative painting, except for there's not as many steps, because this is our last layer of watercolor. We're just going to paint around those shapes that we just drew in. There's one more step that I think is going to really make this pop, but even just this, something about this is so simple and beautiful to me. Again, we need to let this dry or make it dry. Now that it's dry, I want to add some gold watercolor. This would probably be easier to do with some sort of a gold gel pen, but I want the sparkle that this metallic watercolor provides. And in order to get the best of it, I'm going to spray it, and I need to let this sit for probably about 30 seconds. I've also grabbed my special occasion, very fancy fine liner pen that I'm going to be using to make the lines. Once that watercolor has sat for a bit with the water on it, I'm going to swirl my brush around until it's kind of a creamy consistency. Then I'm going to load my brush up and I'm going to outline all these stems around the kind of bell shapes of the flowers. And I'm also going to put a little bit of line work inside the flowers. This is so simple, but this is so satisfying. The gold was a perfect touch. You don't understand how shiny this gold is. Let me show you it outside. This needs a frame. I thought that this frame opening was smaller. We'll have to use our imaginations a bit. This one is so simple, but it is so satisfying.